No spaces, no space in here, closed down.
The one thing I would say about this year's corps is I think the members have demonstrated a tremendous amount of courage and faith in the staff, and it's been the most fun to watch them enjoy performing this type of show despite whatever anybody else might think. Have a tremendous amount of conviction and courage in us and yourself to go through and do this, because a lot of people would not do it. I mean, for me, this is something that I will never forget. This is so different than anything I've ever been involved with.
Oh, that was the one?
That it stands out.
All right, let's have it.
It stands out on its own. Enjoy it, because really, you guys have absolutely made people think differently about what's possible.
This is a high-fidelity recording of the 26 standard American drum rudiments, as adopted by the National Association of Rudimental Drummers. Recorded by the Ludwig Drum Company and played by Frank Arsenault, the undefeated national champion rudimental drummer.
Downfall of Paris.
Or multiple bounce roll, and the open roll, which is double bounce or double stroke.
We have embraced it. We have an amazing design team in Richard Hinshaw and Daniel Wiles. They've been very open to us saying, hey, we have it's different this year, so what do we think about some different scenarios? And from a sampling standpoint, it's been amazing.
Keep your gravestone down! Got it?
You know, putting a drum corps show together, designing a show, is very much like putting a Broadway musical together. There's the music guy, there's the choreographer, there's the visual designer, there's the staging people, you know, and all of that has to come together to work. And it's the same thing with putting a drum corps show together. The crescendo was written or not, there's that feeling of motion by the volume change as you lead to the release
in
of
the
the
Swiss
rhythm.
interpretation.
Correct.
The modern drum corps is more just 2 height.
Right.
Let me play a few?
Yeah, please.
Slow. A little faster. A little faster. When you get faster, the technique kind of changes a little bit. You have to.
This left-hand traditional grip technique with the purpose in mind of getting away from having drummers roll their forearm out with the palm up. Les didn't think that you could get good control by having the palm rolled up, and it's a problem you see with a lot of drummers even today. They'll have their wrist like this or this.
Essential rudiments, the paradiddle, which is comprised of 2 single beats and 1 double. Paradiddle, holding the grace notes down and keep the rhythm even. Okay, quarter notes and eighth notes. Here we go. Mark, time, hut, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
We often rehearse in front of a large mirror to get our sticks.
1 and 2 and beedle beedle bop bop bop.
Timing in Santa Clara is always reinforced by marking time while playing.
Okay, now for the most part it's good, except some of the triplet speeds are varying, and that's why it's starting to create some little spaces in it.
Individual. He was a born musician that had the gift of perfect pitch. And he knew from the minute he joined the Troopers that he wanted a career in music. So when he and I were hired by Gail Royer to teach the Vanguard in 1967, he enrolled in San Jose State University specifically to study with world-renowned percussionist Tony Cerrone. Besides being professor of music at San Jose State, Tony was the principal percussionist with the San Francisco Symphony and became Fred's mentor.
Check these out. New on the block. Bam! The Hammers.
Ralph is the percussion director for the Santa Clara Vanguard. Wonderful job, Ralph.
Thank you very much, Bob. We had a great time tonight. The kids did just what we expected them to, and we're just thrilled over the season.
I'll bet.
We're having a great time.
That's hooking up with the guy you were admiring across town, seeing Santa Clara, or across the street rather, seeing and hearing Santa Clara doing things you were admiring at a high level.
We had so much admiration for that corps because they had this. We were kind of wild when we played funky stuff, and Santa Clara was like more classical oriented, so it was just a different vibe. But Fred Sanford's writing was just unbelievable. Him and like Larry McCormick that did the Cavaliers, I mean, those guys were my idols in terms of writing special stuff, and some of the guys that did Blessed Sacrament, Golden Knights back in the day, and Boston Crusaders. I mean, I used to listen to all that stuff on records all the time and pound it away, and so that's where I got a lot of my influence of writing for drum corps.
Solo that I first learned.
Percussion, I mean, they're going to be intense because that's just the personality, I guess, of the teachers.
To do something different than we did last year. You know, in the world class, you have to set new standards. You can't really do the same thing. So rather than do something where we were using the dancers and it was kind of nice, we decided that we'd do something more macho.
Led by instructor and arranger Tom Ongst, the percussion staff of the cadets believe that a great deal of that success is a direct result of proper rehearsal techniques.
What's the key ingredient to the success of the Cadets Percussion Ensemble? I really believe that what makes our line successful is our rehearsal techniques. I don't believe you can rehearse one way and perform another. What you see in practice is what you will see on the field. There is just no substitute for proper rehearsal technique and attitude if you want to see a successful show on the field.
All right, family.
Let's see if you've been paying attention. Let's run the whole thing down, top to bottom. You ready? Real big. When we get to the brrrts, we're looking at as extreme as we can get those. A normal day this time of the year, which is early June, late May for the Blue Devils, it's a 3-block day. And what that means is you rehearse from 9 to 1, have lunch for an hour, you rehearse from 2 to 5:30, have dinner for an hour and a half, and then we'll go like 7 to 10. Hi, my name's Scott Johnson, Director of Percussion for the Concord Blue Devils. I'm going to show you one of my favorite stick tricks, possibly the greatest one you'll ever hear. Everybody makes mistakes. I can always get some more sticks, but what you can't get is another pair of ears. Don't make a mistake with your hearing. Protect your ears with erasers. I do, so do all my people.
I love seeing the light bulb go off. I really do. I think that's one of the most pleasurable things about teaching. To impart an idea, I'll be just as sincere as they are and just smile and just say, you know, you got it.
Travis, don't look that way. Just look straight ahead. And you're still late on that note coming down. As you go back, you cannot just be with the pit the whole time. You're going to have to lead them just the tiniest bit. Pick up your feet.
Question about it. These are the best. We seem to always attract some great kids who want to work really hard and buy into the program that we give them. And usually every year, they.
My 19th year here at Summer Drumming, and things just keep getting better and better. And the kids are far more prepared when.
I always really looked up to him. He's a really creative mind, and I think I listened to the work that he did, and he was like.
The system that I use is based on the development of the arms, hands, or wrist, and the finger control.
These are designed to make sure that it's not going to make any scratches or any kind of indentations in the paint. So we'll have Roger hook the bass up one more time.
Everybody who has had anything to do with spirit when I was there, raise your hand. That's pretty good. I feel sorry for you. That's all right. But you survived, so there you go.
Tom Float was a legend. And was he a legend because he was a member and instructor of the very first DCI champions? Was he a member because he won high percussion? A legend because he won high percussion 4 times in a row? Is he a legend because he created some high-paying jobs for rudimental drummers in theme parks around the world? It's way more than any of that. It's the way that Tom did all those things, the way he connected with people. He was really kind, he was thoughtful, and he was hilarious.